So I want to share with you something that's more personal that I've struggled with on and off at different points in my life, and it just came up again this past week. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of all joy." For basketball players watching, I remember trying out for the national team, and there was this point guard, Shane Bosco. This guy could move. Oh, he was so silky smooth. And I was sitting there in tryouts, just comparing myself to him, thinking, man, the way he passes, the way he goes by guys, the way he's so fluid on the court. And the more I compared myself to him, the worse it made me feel, because comparison is the thief of all joy. And by the time I got on the court, well, I was a fraction of who I knew I could play as, because I'd been comparing myself to Shane, this amazing player, this entire time. And as basketball players, it's so easy to wish we could shoot like somebody else, jump like somebody else, wish we had the height of someone else. And anytime you're saying, I wish, you're probably comparing yourself against someone else or something that you don't have. And it just leaves you ending up feeling miserable or discouraged or disappointed with who you are or what you have. And we tend to, as human beings, I think, do it so easily with almost anything. We can compare ourselves to friends, to family, to coworkers, with their houses, their success, their careers, whatever it might be, their relationships, their disciplines, their habits, and how they get to travel, whatever it might be. And at different points in my life, just like I did in that national team tryout, I found myself comparing myself to others. And I listened to a lot of amazing speakers like leadership guru John Maxwell or Tony Robbins or others, different pastors that I follow, people who seem to have it all together, everything together in life. And sometimes when I compare myself to these individuals, I feel less than. Oh, my habits aren't good enough. My disciplines aren't where they need to be. Oh, there's another level of success I've got to go for. And I have to remind myself, comparison is the thief of all joy. And maybe you need that reminder too today. And so here's a few things you can do to combat that. The first is gratitude. Gratitude for what you have instead of what you don't have. The second is stop comparing. Everybody starts life at a different point. I had a friend who was comparing themselves to me, and he said, Mano, I just got to say, I'm nearly your age and I haven't done any of the things you've done. It's like, oh my goodness, you're comparing yourself to me. I'm comparing myself to others. We're all in this same boat. I said, don't compare yourself to me, because we all start at different points on the field. If you think of a football field analogy, some start from their own end zone. Some start at the 20 or 30 yard line. I feel like I started life from the 50 yard line. I had the benefit of having two amazing parents, having mentors and models in my life, having coaches that took me under their wing, being born into a great country, being born healthy. I mean, there are just so many things that put me on the 50 yard line that I said to my friend, don't compare yourself to me. And then I realized, wait, why am I comparing myself to others? And so stop comparing. And then the last one is, if you want something to compare yourself to you yesterday. PGC founder Dick DeVenzio calls it the power of you yesterday. That's a good comparison. Are you better than you were yesterday? And don't beat yourself up and get discouraged if you're not. Just let it be a source of inspiration. Just as you see others further along in the journey, instead of comparing yourself, let them inspire you. And if you're not satisfied with you, the progress you've made from you yesterday, let that be a source of inspiration to be better today. Okay, I'm starting fresh today. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. Compare yourself against you yesterday, the power of you yesterday. So, to recap, comparison is the thief of all joy. So, stop comparing. Practice gratitude for the things you have. And if you want something good to compare yourself against, compare yourself against you yesterday. That's your Monday mindset.